So, ayan. Hello, good morning. So, this is my second lecture in this course, product innovation. So, our next topic would be about the strategic elements of product development. And we aim to discuss the importance of new products, explain how globalization affect the development of new products, and explain why product development is different. Okay. Um, so let's start. So the importance of new products. So why? Bakit kailangan natin ng new products? Okay, so yan yung itatakal natin. So, of course, we know that new products are big business. In fact, a lot of industries would really pursue developing new products because they wanted to be or they wanted to have a leverage against the other companies or the other competitors. Not only that, it's more on, innovating products, right? So managers realize that radical innovation is critical to future growth and even the survival of the firm. So what do you mean by radical innovation? So radical innovation is an innovation that displaces or makes obsolete current products and or creates totally new product categories. So for instance, ebooks, right? Before we mostly we use paperback books, but nowadays it's more rampant for us to use ebooks. So that's a radical innovation. And of course, with the use of the tablets or electronic devices, right? So something that phase out the current product. Example, diba, dati naman in the 90s we have beepers, right? But then a new product was developed, which was the phone, the use of text messaging, which is really more convenient and more characters. You can type in more characters than the beeper, I think. Actually, hindi ko alam, hindi pa ako nakagamit ng beeper kasi parang elementary pa ako nung nauso yon, 90s yun eh. But I have seen people before, adults before, who have beepers, and then it was phased out now. And nowadays, from text messaging, we already have our smartphones. So that is really a radical innovation. Something that would phase out a current product. Okay. Next, new products enable the company to be more competent in the market, which can offer something much better than its competitors. Yeah, of course, kahit naman sa ang parte, 'di ba? How can you kahit sa paghahanap ng trabaho, 'di ba? Kaya nga nag-enhance ka ng skills mo, kaya ka nga nag-i-study kasi what will be your edge over the other candidates, let's say. So ganun din sa business or sa companies, sa industries. So how can they be more competent? Of course, they must have or they must come up with new products, and malaking factor ang kanilang research and development. Okay? New products process is exceedingly difficult. The best product developing firms only require 4 ideas to generate on winning product compared to over 9 ideas for other firms. Best firms are better at screening out bad ideas earlier. So what does that mean? So hindi porke nagbe-brainstorm ka, you come up with a lot of ideas. Although sabihin natin na the more the merrier, but of course kung alam mo, kung magaling ka magsala, dapat alam mong magsala, kumbaga. 'Di ba? You must know how to how do you call this one? You must know how to sort out the best ideas and the bad ones para magfo-focus na lang tayo dun sa mga magaganda. Ang tanong, kung hindi ka magaling, hindi mo alam kung alin yung maganda. Right? So, yun yung hirap ng new products process. Okay. So, it's not easy. It's really exceedingly difficult. And take note, it involves research and development. So that means it involves a lot of money, resources, right? So, ayan. It's no. Okay. So, next one. Oops. So why do products fail? Ayan. Bakit nga ba, 'di ba? Nagka-come up sila ng product, hindi may iwasan na magfa-flop or hindi, hanggang ano lang, hanggang pauso lang, saglit lang, pansamantalang ano yan, pansamantala lang siya, parang naging fab lang siya. So why do products fail? The firm doesn't understand the customer. So ayun, of course, it means hindi nila inalam kung ano ba yung gusto ng customer. Kulang sila sa research, kulang sila sa pag-iintindi dun sa target customers nila. Second, underfunds the required research and development. As we all know, when you say research, it involves a lot of money. However, some firms or companies would rather cut down costs on research and development. And that's why, syempre, hindi pulido yung pagkakagawa or hindi pulido yung pagkakaano ng research. Kasi underfunds, kulang ng pondo. Maybe for it to be valid, ganitong amount yung, or ganito nila kailangan, but then, you know, uh, cost cutting. So, hindi nila talaga ma-meet yung certain objective ng research. Ayan. Did the ready firm aim approach, meaning we steady our position, shoot at our target, then realize we should have aimed before pulling that trigger. Anong ibig sabihin ng ready fire aim? Ayun, steady our position, shoot our target, tapos nag-pull na ng trigger pero hindi nag-aim. Nakita lang, pinosisyon, binaril, pero anong tawag dito, hindi niya tinutok. Kumbaga, oh, bahala ka na diyan, basta bumaril ako, parang ganun. So, hindi, may ganun, that's the ready, fire, aim approach. And most entrepreneurs are failing because of that one. Okay, so we must avoid that. So, anong results nun? It results in efforts that miss the target wildly, send employees scrambling to duck for cover, and ultimately waste resources. So ayun, nasayang lahat. Hindi niya hindi niya pinosisyon, basta tumira na lang siya. So let's avoid that one. And doesn't pay enough attention to quality or lacks senior management support or chases a moving target. Kulang sa focus, kulang sa management support. Ano yung moving target? A moving target is an idea or situation that continuously changes as you are trying to deal with. So, may mga trend, ganon. Siguro, parang ang aim mo ay sumunod sa uso, but then hindi mo talaga siya ma-shoot kasi it's a moving target. Ang hirap niyang matamaan yung mismong target. Anyway, we'll be discussing that later on. Kung ano ba yung choosing a moving target na yan. In the later lectures. Okay. So, ayan. Remember, okay, the goal at most firms is not necessarily to reduce failure rates to zero. Kasi having too low a failure rate might mean that the firm is playing it too safe with close-to-home innovation. So, hindi porke ayaw nating magkamali, comfort zone na hindi rin. Dapat, ano ba dapat? So, kailangan lang intindihin or alam natin kung paano isala yung mga magagandang ideas. Okay? So, it doesn't necessarily mean na hindi ka na magkakamali talaga to zero. No. Kasi wala nang risk. Kaya nga, di ba, in entrepreneurship, risk-taking, but it's a calculated risk. Right? So, don't play it too safe din. Kasi kapag you play it too safe, hindi rin siya uusad. Baka mamaya, sa sobrang bagal mo, naunahan ka na ng iba. Dun sa idea mo. Ayun. Next, globalization and new product development. So how does globalization again impact the new product development? So key points. Product development has become more challenging due to increased globalization. So, you know, it's difficult probably because iba ang dami yung mga ibang function, yung mga ibang companies, may mga ibang department sila, or let's say research and development nasa isang country, and then the manufacturing will be in another country. So it is really challenging yung globalization. Mhm. Firms see it as a global process to take advantage of worldwide opportunities and increase efficiency and effectiveness of innovation. So let's say, for example, firms look overseas to find cheap labor force, such as in China for electronics and India for automotive industry. Ayan. So, di ba, being an entrepreneur, again, it's more on the opportunity side. You have to take the opportunity that you can see. So, nakita ng mga ano tawag dito, international companies na umuusad or gumaganda yung quality ng electronics ng China. Nowadays, we have different brands or different Chinese brands in the field of electronics. Let's say Xiaomi, Huawei, right? And of course, it's cheaper. I mean, the labor force there is cheaper. So, saan sila magkakaroon ng edge? Diba? Doon na lang sila magkaroon ng, ang tawag dito, ng manufacturing companies there, or doon sila magma-manufacture ng kanilang products. I remember Apple. So I used to teach Chinese students before, and they were complaining. I think that was way back in 2011. They were complaining. It was a big issue in China, wherein Apple penetrated China. They put up, a manufacturing factory or a factory there, and they employed Chinese factory workers. And as per my former students, they said na napakamura daw ng rate nila, napakamura daw ng wage. Parang feeling nila ini-exploit nila yung yung mga empleyado doon. So it was a big issue to them. And then according to my students, sabi nga nila, they pay the factory workers a very low salary, and yet they will sell their products at a very high price, parang ganon. It's very expensive, something like that. So yun. And India, I forgot kung yung India car company na nagkakaroon na rin dito sa Philippines. At first it was not actually I haven't heard about it. Kaya nga nakalimutan ko, but yeah, there's already an Indian car company already here being manufactured here in the Philippines. So umaariba sila pagdating sa kotse. Ayun. So increasing globalization of the innovating firms themselves. So for instance, let's say they wanted to target the Chinese market. So it would be far better for them to put up a factory there within China, para naman mas mabilis nilang ma-penetrate nga naman yung mga tao doon, 'di ba? Mapasok yung market. 'Yon. And setting up global new product teams can give leverage to the firm. So just like what I have mentioned earlier, some companies would have their research and development in Germany, and then they're manufacturing in Asia. So, and maybe suppliers from other countries. So some teams are being in different countries. Okay. But a firm's global presence, however, is no guarantee that will automatically know how to efficiently manage its global operations. Okay, tandaan, hindi porke marami silang or nagkalat ang kanilang mga functional departments sa iba't ibang bansa, hindi porke ganun ay efficient na sila sa pagmamanage ng global operations. Kung tutuusin, parang mas mahirap ngayon kasi kalat-kalat sila. Hindi na lang sa isang company. Ang hirap tutukan, right? So, next one. Ayan. So, key points. Still, the continuation. So, the best research available on this topic finds that firms with a global innovation culture have the most effective global new product programs. Having a global innovation culture means that a firm is open to global markets, mindful of differences in customer needs and preferences, and respectful of different national, cultural, and business environments. Take note, we are talking about different countries. So it doesn't mean that a trend in one country is the same as in another country. We have different cultures, right? So the strategy to enter the international markets would be really different from one country to another. It's a case-to-case basis, and you have to really understand your target audience or your target market, especially if you are aiming for customers abroad or customers in another country. So that's it. Global innovation, mindful of differences of customer needs, respectful of different national culture and business environment. Okay, so that's the best thing for you to, to be able to be successful in product development. Okay, so how product development is different from other from other courses, let's say. So when you say product development, you might be under the marketing major, or product development may fall under marketing majors, entrepreneurship majors, what else? Engineering majors. But actually, it is actually different. But of course, in this topic or in this course, we will be focusing on the marketing aspect. Okay, but the real thing is, it is actually a combination, or when you work in a products team, you need to work with different functions. Yun yung pagkakaiba. So that's why number one is all about teamwork. You have to, new products team is cross-functional, comprising of a personnel from marketing, R&D, engineering, manufacturing, production, and design. You will not be just working with marketers. You will not just be working with R&D. You also need to work with other functions such as engineering, manufacturing, production, and design. Okay? So, that means in one team, iba-iba kayo ng forte. Kaya kailangan ng teamwork. However, the thing here is, pwedeng magkaroon ng issues. Let's say, for example, yung sa engineering, medyo more on sila, parang analytical things, and maybe they might frown at marketers na parang, 'di ba, it's iba yung approach ng marketers, parang ganon. So that's the challenge, kasi iba-iba yung background. Medyo may times na hindi rin sila magkakaintindihan or magkakasundo at some aspects. Okay? So strong creative contribution, what's the best way to develop and market them? So ayun, you need to think of the best way. Paano kaya ito magiging patok sa market? Creative contribution. You have to be creative. Again, creativity na naman. So being creative means we travel on unmarked roads. Anong ibig sabihin ng unmarked roads? Creative nga from out, from zero, from nothing. Ibig sabihin para kang bibiyahe papunta sa isang hindi mo pa alam kung saan. I-explore mo pa lang, kumbaga. So, however, it doesn't mean na talagang zero knowledge ka. Of course, that's why we are studying, right? Of course, that's why we are having researches. But the thing here is, according to this lecture, what seems to be a fact in January may not be a fact come June when we actually introduce the new item. That's the thing. When you develop a product, hindi lang naman isang snap yan. It takes a long period of time because of the designing, because of the research, right? Ang dami pang pagdadaanan ng prosesong iyan. And of course, we will be discussing that later on in the latter chapters. Okay? So, pwede na inaral mo, inalam mo yung mga kailangan at this point, oo, patok siya. But then we do not know what will happen. We everything is uncertain. So maybe pwedeng hindi na siya okay in the next following month. So that's the risk lalo na sa product development. But because of this one, because of the uncertainty, managers use heuristics. So ito yung medyo nakakatakot nga lang. Heuristics, it's the rules of thumb. For example, ano yung heuristics or rules of thumb? Let's say they base their decision from parang sa previous na nangyari, mga previous na related scenario to them. So for example, on items such as this, about 30% of the people who hear of a new brand try it. So when the product engineer from R&D disagrees with the process engineer from manufacturing, it's better to go with the manufacturing. Ayan. So rule of thumb, parang hindi naman, ano tawag dito? Hindi naman siya talaga solid na rules, pero it is just walang basis, pero it is just taken from the previous scenarios related to it. Okay, ayan, kasi it might be very risky, pero they have to do this one because hindi sila uusad. Wala, stuck na sila. Hindi na sila makakapag-decide kung ganyan, kung puro apprehensions na lang. If they will not decide, hindi hindi mag-continue, kumbaga, mag-stop yung project nila. And of course, kalaban nila ang oras. Kasi baka mamaya yung research nila ay naunahan na pala sila ng ibang naglabas ng ganung product, di ba? So it's a tight competition as well. Next one, use of intuition. So kanina heuristics, ngayon use of intuition. It's a hunch or gut feel. Most managers want new products people to have spent time. Okay. So gut feel, or ano yung kutob? Kumbaga sa babae, malakas daw ang kutob kung may jowang iba or something like that. So ganun din sa managers. Sometimes they also use their intuition or hunch or gut feel. But and because of this one, that's why they wanted products people they wanted to work with the team, or the team must be comprised with experiences in operations or ongoing operations of the said business before going to the new products. So gusto ng mga managers, yung mga kasama dun sa products team, dapat meron silang experience dun sa existing products na nila before moving on to new products. Okay? And 7, product development is about the activities of people working under intense pressure, making tough decisions under impossible conditions. Ayan. So, as there's a case there in your textbook. It's about IBM. And ayun, makikita ninyo doon kung paano yung pressure, because it involves a lot of money. Research really involves a lot of money. Billions of dollars are at stake. But then they have to make decisions para umusad nga ang project. Kung hindi, wala. And when they decide, it can make or break the whole project. So they really need to be careful. Look at that intense pressure, right? So ayan. So ano yung pagkakaiba kaya ng process innovation versus product innovation? So process innovation, it usually applies to functions. Okay? Functions, especially the manufacturing and distribution process. So the process of manufacturing and distributing. How, of course, yung manufacturing, kung paano ginagawa, how the products were created. Distribution, it's how the products will reach the market channels. We will talk about the marketing channels, the logistics. Ayan, we are talking about the process. Paano kaya magkakaroon ng innovation doon? Probably they will think of ways, or they might come up with ways that would cut on time, or save time, or save resources, something like that. As for the product innovation, it's the total operation by which a new product is created. So lahat, overall, total kapag product innovation. Okay? Ito, parang part lang siya ni product innovation. Kasi under si process, under lang siya ng dalawang function. Or under lang siya ng isa or dalawa or tatlong function. Pwedeng manufacturing, distribution, ayan. Pero dito, total operation nung pag-create ng new product. That is product innovation. Okay? Ayan. And it includes innovation in all of the functional processes. Ano yung mga functional? Yung management, HR, R&D, design, engineering. Ayan. Total yan under ng product innovation. Ito, tig-isa lang. So don't be confused. Ayan. So sometimes new product process is accidental or serendipitous. So ayan. Ito yung pinaka-famous, 'di ba? Si Pfizer, yung paggawa ng Viagra. So actually hindi naman para sa ganun yun hindi naman para sa impotence yun yung Viagra, but ang main objective, sabi dito, angina medication reported that it was ineffective at treating their angina. Pero for men, biglang kumanday umano yung drive nila. So iba yung effect. And that's why instead na for angina medication, ginawa na lang nilang pangganon. Ginawa nila yung Viagra. So, makikita niyo dito, 'di ba? Accidental. Hindi naman talaga para doon yung Viagra may iba pa siyang gustong i-treat na sakit. Pero meron pala siyang adverse effect na ginamit nila yung opportunity na, again, opportunity, right? They made use of that opportunity to manufacture Viagra, and it was really out in the market. It was really tawag dito, booming in the market. Okay? Lumaki yun. Kaya nga, ayan nga. So, next one. However, where observation is concerned, chance favors only the prepared mind, according to Louis Pasteur. So, more than a century ago, Louis Pasteur said this one. He meant that sudden flashes of insight don't just happen, but are the product of preparation. What does it mean? 'Di ba sabi natin accidental lang yung yung ibang pagkakaroon ng new products, but hindi naman talaga accident. It could be an accident. How do you call this? It might be an accident, pero kung hindi alam siguro or wala kayo sigurong studies about doon, hindi nila mapapansin yung opportunity na yon, right? Kumbaga kung wala silang background about dun sa nangyaring yon, baka hindi nila makikita may chance. So for example, 'di ba parang tayo, kung hindi tayo, parang wala tayong pakialam, hindi na natin alam na nandun na pala sa harap natin yung opportunity, pero dahil hindi tayo prepared, or let's say wala tayong prior knowledge about that one, hindi natin igagrab yung chance, right? So, sabi dito, when observation is concerned, chance favors only the prepared mind. Ibig sabihin, your mental aspect, if you have prior knowledge about that one, then you can see that there is a chance for you, or there is an opportunity for you to grab. Pero kung wala kang alam, hindi mo mga alam na may ganun, hindi mo makikita, hindi mo mapapansin. Okay? So, still, yes, it is by accident, but of course, these researchers or these people already have a prior knowledge or was already studying about it earlier. So, this one, I would like you to share it in the online discussion as well. Okay. Share an accidental how do you call it? Accidental product, or no, share a product that was accidentally discovered. Share a product that was accidentally discovered, and dapat hindi ito yung nasa book, ha. Okay, share a product that was accidentally discovered. Do not include those in your textbook. So you might need to read or search online about products that were accidentally discovered. At talagang pumatok siya sa market. Okay? Again, in the online discussion in GCR. Okay, so I'll give you time to write down this question. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this. Why? Let me check whether you are really watching the video or not, or whether you are really listening to the lecture. Okay, next one. Yeah, that's the end of the lecture. So yeah, that's it, guys. So further announcements about the quiz will be posted on Google Classroom. If you have questions, again, comment. Okay, comment your question in the online discussion, and it will be an open forum. So if students or if some of your classmates could answer your question, then I will also give credit to them. Okay, plus points. All right, so see you then. Okay, bye-bye.